quite an adventure. I have been to 12 states. I have been to, let's see, I've done a seance, a whole bunch of readings. Oh my gosh, the main para, paranormal and horror con was unbelievable. It was crazy. Good morning, Gwen. There were 6,000 people through the door. We had 146 vendors, I believe. It was huge, and it was in a civic center. The good news is we're doing it again next year. So we'll be doing it September 12th and 13th next year back at the Augusta Civic Center. While I was in Maine, I took the opportunity to go to the coast. If you follow me, you may have seen some of my photos or videos that I posted. It was so beautiful. I was climbing around on those rocks like crazy. It was amazing. I was just having so much fun, and met some really nice people, ironically, from Wisconsin. Imagine that. It seems like everywhere I go, I run into people from Wisconsin. So that was fun. It was the Paracon was great. It was just people really getting into it, like really get into the costumes and the regalia and oh my gosh, so many amazing vendors. The vendor chat is still going crazy. It's amazing. Like, it's such a wonderful group of people. And now I am at my friend Tammy Jean's house, and we are in Albertus, Pennsylvania, and we're doing a women's gathering this evening. So I'm going to introduce, I'm just going to join her right here.
Hello.
Hey, this is Tammy.
Hi, everyone.
So we are doing let's talk about that women's gathering, because there's some really interesting stuff that we're doing.
There is. So I'm going to call this our first annual Sacred Circle.
Sacred Circle.
So with Christina coming to visit, I talked to a few of my friends who were in the spiritual community and said, hey, what do you think about doing an event? And wanted to make sure she didn't want to just chill. And she said, no, let's do an event.
Let's do an event.
And so I gathered my tribe. And it's funny because it's different parts of different tribes coming together.
I love that.
And I think that it's bringing together the most incredible energy.
Yeah.
We have my friend Sharon Yeto, who is going to open the circle. It's her first time opening a circle.
Awesome.
Her shaman and teacher taught her how to do it. So she's getting to do that the first time.
I love it.
And then we're gonna have a fire, and we're gonna sit around around the fire. Mm-hmm. It's going to stop raining.
It is going to stop raining.
It was not supposed to rain. It was supposed to be perfect. It's going to be be later.
Well, it's perfect now.
It's perfect now.
It's
I know you love
now.
this. Yes, you love this. I love the sun. We do need the rain, though,
we do.
So, yes, so this is good. And then, unfortunately, our shaman friend Edith is sick today.
Oh,
so
feel better, Edith.
Oh yeah, and her girls were sick, so she caught whatever that bug was.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn.
Marilyn is part of a different group that we belong to.
One of my other tribes. Yes. Many tribes coming together.
Many tribes.
I love it.
Yes.
I just love it. So I am going to take over doing the cacao ceremony
for the first
time.
Yes.
Our friend Lori LaMonica is a sound bath healer. So she will be doing a sound bath. And then again, for the first time, I will be doing a live guided meditation. And my focus is going to be on helping us ground and balance our chakras.
Awesome. Yeah.
And get connected. And then I believe you will.
Yeah, I will be doing channeling.
Our special guest.
Yeah. I'm the special guest because I drove the furthest.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I will be doing a channeling, and I still have not been told who's coming through.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. That's usually pretty typical, though.
Yeah.
I usually don't find out until right before.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. And then we're going to do a CE5 meditation.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have, skies where we can at least see something more than gray.
Yeah, the skies are going to open up.
The skies are going to,
yes.
Right now they're opening up with rain, then we'll have sun. So then we're going to try to communicate with our extraterrestrial family.
Yes.
So
Yes.
super excited about that. We have a fun evening coming up.
Mhm.
And between now and then, we both have some studying to do.
We do, yes. It's going to be great.
It's been a while
Learning
since I've
things.
done a CE5, so
You
that'll
have
be
to teach to
interesting.
learn. That's what
That's
I'm learning.
right. You have to teach to
You
learn.
have to teach to learn.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just been great. And Tammy's got a bunch of fun stuff going on around here. Like, you work from home.
I work from home, correct?
And well, technically, your little she shed.
Yes, my big she shed.
Your big she shed. It's a big she shed. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been a professional nail technician for 32 years now.
Awesome.
I have a lot of amazing clients. Some I've had for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And my clientele has shrunk, but it's because it's more friends and family.
Right.
And it's become more of a hobby. So I retired from the salon. I was a salon owner. And now I just do it, to do it and enjoy it and, make a little cash and get to see people.
And I get to benefit from it.
And she's getting a pedicure.
I'm getting a pedicure.
And then I make healing crystal jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
That was how I started my journey with all the healing and working on my own trauma.
Right.
And learning to heal my CPTSD from my verbal abuse trauma.
Mm-hmm.
There was some physical abuse too, a little bit. It always kind of, but it was more verbal.
Yeah, they seem to go together.
Yeah. So my thing has always been the verbal, though, because with doing nails, I've met tens of hundreds of women. I don't even know how many that have suffered through verbal abuse and don't know it.
Yeah.
And I like to say, women who are getting the shit beat out of them know they're getting the shit beat out of them.
Right.
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 But a lot of women, I didn't know I was being abused.
Right.
So that's my mission, is to bring awareness to what verbal abuse is.
I'm looking at the crane that just flew by in the background.
Oh my gosh, it's low.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that.
I feel so blessed.
We have to look that up. What is the
I feel so blessed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just interrupt you and say, Gwen says it sounds wonderful and would love to join us next year. Yay.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, absolutely.
Gwen and I have traveled together before. We went from Connecticut to Wisconsin together.
Okay.
So
nice.
That was fun.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah, this is going to be some great energy today. I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it.
I am too.
Yes.
And I always love meeting new people.
Yeah.
That's like my thing.
Yeah.
I love people.
Yeah.
I know
It's
a
like
lot of
we've known
people
each
like
other for
I don't
30
like
years,
people.
right?
I know,
Yeah.
but it's only been like 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere between 4 and 5.
And this is actually the first time we've met in person. So our entire friendship was built online.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So to all those people who are like, it's not real friendship. Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It
It is real friendship.
Yeah.
And I've been having that experience over and over too, but I don't want to totally distract. That's just
you're good.
an idea that popped into my head. But you have some exciting stuff coming up. Publishing a book.
Yes. Yes, I do.
You have a program coming up.
I have a program.
Yeah.
Yes.
So chat it up, girl. Let's hear about it.
So 4 years ago, I was called to build a program. And I'm just going to preface this by saying that I was always super shy, but had a desire to be an inspirational speaker of some sort to help women. So I've been given challenges throughout my journey to get me in the public eye, which this is,
here we are, public eye.
Yeah, like,
all the way to Canada.
Yeah, selling Pampered Chef, like putting me in places where I'm in front of audiences. So I've been gearing up for that.
Okay.
But 4 years ago, I was called to take all these little tools that have helped me to heal my trauma, which is not healed. I don't know if it ever actually is completely, but tools to help with mindset, tools to help cope.
Yeah.
And learn to grow and learn that you can get past it. And I've always been like a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And I thought, it came to me to put it together, to make a program to teach women who are on the path, maybe a little further behind and starting to learn.
I don't know. Is there ahead or behind?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't mean to put it that way, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
they're just starting their
They're just
journey.
starting their
And there's all
journey.
these little tools that can help them in their journey. Example, tarot card reading was one of mine. Learning how crystals work. And then I started making jewelry for crystals. So that's just one of the tools, because a lot of people around here, oh, you're the jewelry lady.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the tools, one of the many tools that I teach. I'm Reiki certified. I'm, tarot certified. I'm astrology certified technically, though I can't really say I do astrology. Learned some basics. Yeah, we have Lori LaMonica for that. She's going to be my astrologer in the book.
Yeah.
So I designed it. Long story short, 4 years coming, I was called to put it in a book because I struggled with the confidence to do a, be a life coach or do a program. But now I have the book, and it's kind of a, what do you call it when teachers have their plans?
Oh, it's
like
a
lesson plan. It's
like a lesson
manual.
Yeah.
So it's 5 modules. Each module has several lessons in it. And then you get an integration week where we kind of gauge through tarot reading to see where you're at and what help you could use. And the people that get the book, there's a QR code that has all the tools, and you can connect directly with me. So it's really a very interactive book.
I love it.
And it's got journal pages between each lesson.
Okay.
And homework assignments.
Yeah.
Meditations. Lori and I are actually designing 8 guided meditations. She's going to play sound bath, and I'm going to record with my voice the meditations. We're working on that little challenge right now. But
that recording thing, man.
We're gonna get there.
We're
clueless, so we're gonna figure this out. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I have a friend who keeps telling me, "Oh, just put your books on voice, or just do audio books," and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I have the technology.
Yeah.
How do you use the technology?
Right. Exactly.
Right. Like that's where we're at. Like
learning new things.
Where do we? How do we use the technology? And I can hear Gwen in my mind right now going, "I can help you with that.
I can help you with that."
Sorry, Gwen. I didn't mean to imitate you.
We have people. We have people.
Yeah, we do have people.
Yes.
We do have. Yes.
It's going to come to fruition.
Here she is. I can help.
I can help. That's awesome.
Yay. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the Soulful Sharing Circle, because that's really how we met.
That is how we met.
Yeah. So, and I'm like the last one to join. So
no, I don't remember like before you. So what I do remember is that you invited our group to do a New Year's podcast on
on a previous show.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was doing Be the Change.
Yeah. And so we all got in there and we were chatting, and we had just such a great rapport, and everybody, brought their tools to the table. Yep. And there's Lori.
Lori.
Yay.
Hi, Lori. I can't wait to meet you later.
Yes. Yay. I was just talking about you. So we were invited by Christina to be on her show, and Christina started a chat.
Yeah.
To tell us where to go and give us the links to do all of this.
Oh, that's how that started.
And then it never stopped. 5 years later,
we're still chatting.
It might be 5 years at New Year's. Yeah. We're still chatting. We've become good friends.
Yeah.
Marilyn Dixon is in there. Marilyn and I, we chat back and forth a lot. Marilyn and I have become very good friends on the side as well.
Well, us late night people.
Yeah, exactly.
Have really connected.
Yes.
Gwen wants to know, how do the viewers find your book?
So I have can we share a link somewhere? Can I do that?
Yeah, we can put that in the comments.
Okay. So what I have right now, I have an official pre-order date was August 23rd, because it was a new moon, and that's a great time to manifest a new book in Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
And Mercury retrograde was over, so we didn't want to publish during that time period. That was my original plan, and then I realized that was not a good idea.
Yeah.
So you can pre-order through my website, mendinghearts.com, and it's in the list of shopping, so you can do a pre-order in there.
Okay.
And then once it's officially published, I'll be putting it out there.
Yeah, we will send Gwen the link, and she said she'd put it up for us. So, thank you, Gwen. We don't have to do that right now.
We can do that later.
Yeah, we can add that later. Right. So, yeah, that is really exciting. I mean, are you nervous? Because I remember publishing my first book. It was like wiggly stuff in my stomach.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think I have that. I have a fear of success. I'm not a fear of failure, but I'm like, oh my gosh, what if people actually like it and buy it?
Oh my God. Oh no, not that.
No. That would be
that would be awful.
I just know, I've worked with some coaches, and I've I've actually reached out to Christina for readings and such, and I get in my own way a lot with things, and my confidence level.
I think a lot of
from
us
the
do.
abuse, from the trauma, and it's just
Yeah.
we get this instinctive reaction that, ooh, we're not good enough.
Well, you know what I found out? What I found out when I went to my counselor years ago for the fear of success, because success comes with responsibility.
Yeah. Right?
Oh my God.
Oh no.
No. You know, I'm going to be responsible.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow.
And if it goes the way it's supposed to, I'm going to get people contacting me, and I'm going to be able to do readings and help them.
Right.
One-on-one. And my goal is to turn the book into, you can read the book and you can just do that, and that's okay too. You get each lesson. You can do it by yourself. I want to start a group program.
Okay.
And then like a support group, and do it that way. And then I want to do a video program, and eventually work with one-on-one with people. I think that would be fabulous. And do inspirational speaking. Yeah. And help women. And I want to say now, I say things like I say about my confidence, because vulnerability, I feel, is really important.
It is.
And I think it's important for people to see that those of us putting these books out, we're real people. Yes. And I'm still going through it. Yeah. Like, we're all still going through it. You know, there's not a level you get to and you're like, okay, I'm here.
I mean, if we were done, we wouldn't still be here.
We wouldn't still be here. Right. So we're always on a journey in this lifetime. And I think it's, so many people don't do things because they feel they're not ready. Right. You're never going to be ready if you're waiting for that. So, right. Exactly. And it's okay for me, so many, therapists or people, they pretend to be perfect, and it's, nobody is. Everybody's got their thing, Yeah. And it's okay to have your thing, Well,
and we're all still here to experience, right? Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to experience. We're here to, we are, our souls already know everything. We're just here to experience what it feels like, right? So here we are on Earth, floundering around, trying to figure out what we're doing. And I feel like that's the whole process. Yes. I feel like that's the whole process. I feel like every single one of us, we step into who we wanted to be to begin with. Yeah. But first, we take a lot of detours. Yeah. And, people, as a psychic, people are always asking me, am I on the right path? Well, of course you are. You only get one. Yeah. But boy, these paths can take some twists and turns and ups and downs and all over the place. And, when we're talking about people coming to us, right? It's like, sometimes I feel like I'm not equipped for that, but the right words always come out. Yeah. They always come out, because my spirit guides, the universe, has my back, and it has your back, and it has your back. So, but the universe will also give us exactly the energy that we are projecting is what we're going to get back. Yeah. It's funny. That made me think of, when I'm doing jewelry shows. Yeah. And generally at every show, somebody walks up to me. Okay. Asking, and I just start talking, and I'm saying all these things, and I'm like, in the back of your mind, I don't know where this is coming from, but in the back of my mind, I'm always asking myself that question, like, where is this coming from? Yeah. But I know where it's coming from. It comes from a higher place. Absolutely. Yeah. And we're just vessels that are here to, we're soundboard, or what's the word for that? Is there a technical word? There's a technical word. I mean, we are sounding boards a lot. Yeah. I mean, I have readings where they do more talking than I do, but sometimes, like the one or two things that they hear is absolutely what they needed to hear. Yeah. And we're a conduit. We're like a channel that comes through us, and we have to allow it. Right. In my teaching with shamanism, it was like you're an eagle bone, you're hollow, you just let it move through you. It's pretty amazing stuff. How we're, if we just let ourselves, first of all, leave ourselves alone. Stop trying so hard. We try so hard. Whoa. Ooh, hello. That was my bee friend. That was her bee friend. I just swatted away. Sorry. It startled me. So the thing is, though, that, we have all of this access to knowledge, and we don't use it most of the time. Yeah. Right. So when we tune into it, though, we have all of this information that we need, and sometimes that information is call somebody else who can see it more clearly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have my people that I call so
Right.
I can see things more clearly, and you have yours. I know. You
They
know,
say
so,
every coach has a coach, or should have a coach,
or should have
you
a
know,
coach.
we all should have a coach.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny. I find that coach culture is really funny because a lot of the people who I know who call themselves coaches
Yeah.
are pretty insecure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
And,
crazy.
and I don't mean to insult anybody out there if you're a coach, but that has been my experience.
Yeah.
And you know, the way that a lot of us try to get past that insecurity is more education, more
Yeah.
education, more
Yeah.
education. When what we need is more experience.
Yeah.
So
And faith.
and faith.
And faith and trust
Yeah.
that it's all, you know,
Divinely guided.
divinely guided. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. We just keep going off on tangents, and
Yes,
I'm
that's
loving
okay.
it.
We're
Yeah.
good. That's okay.
It's all good.
We're good.
What would you like people to know about you? And like, if somebody comes to you, what is it that you offer, like in a reading or in a, how does that work for you?
So I would say my biggest thing,
Okay.
and I like to look at things from a, I don't want to say customer or consumer, but from the other person's perspective.
Right.
And my thing that I've seen in women for so
Mhm.
many years is that lack of self-love, that lack of unconditional self-love.
Right.
So many of us, I want to say all, I mean, who's perfect? Nobody's perfect, but I see so many women that struggle with liking themselves.
Yeah.
And I see it as what I went through,
Mm-hmm.
not liking myself, not much less loving myself. I didn't even
Right.
like myself. There's some days
Right.
I still don't like myself, you know. Like,
There are days.
who are you? Sit down.
There are
You know?
days. Yeah.
Yes.
Close your mouth. You're not making sense.
Yeah, stop it. Yeah. So my thing is to help women come to a place, though even myself, I'm still struggling with it.
Mhm.
You know, it's an everyday challenge to find that love and acceptance of yourself for who you are.
Right.
Physically, spiritually, mentally. And that's actually something that's in my program, talking about, you know, accepting and loving
Mm-hmm.
yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. And I give tools to help you do that and learn to do that. So that's the biggest thing that I see, is coming to a place of trusting your intuition
Mm-hmm.
when you're making choices, because too many of us make choices based on other people's preferences or opinions and what they or think somebody else might think, and we don't come to our true authenticity. And I truly believe coming to, you know, loving your and we need to learn that coming within ourselves and finding that we can't really love other people unless we love ourselves.
I'm not sure I buy into that, but continue.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's going to lead to a good discussion.
We
but
can,
yes.
we can, but it's, I mean, I would say more like people jump into relationships. I see so many women that jump into relationships, and sorry, I need to not read comments, so I lose my train of thought.
I know. I just I'll read the comments. You talk.
Yeah, okay, I'll talk. So, you know, and I struggled with the title of self-love coach for a long time. What do I want to be called?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't care how cliche it sounds.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I help people learn to love themselves.
Right.
And to stop putting other people's opinions and feelings ahead of their own. And I don't think that means that we're selfish.
Right.
I think that it means, you know, nobody cares about us the way we can or should care about ourselves.
Right. Right.
And I don't think until you're a truly whole person yourself that you can truly find true unconditional love. And I say in my book, it's a side effect. This program, you may have a side effect of finding a partner.
Right.
Because once you shift your energy into loving yourself, you project a different energy.
Right.
You know, our parents used to say, what do you got on the hook? You know, why do you keep bringing these bad men home or whatever? You know, what do you got on the hook? Well, what do you have on the hook? You know, is it self-love or is it desperation?
Right.
And how do we get past that? You know?
Right. I'm thinking like in terms of our children. I mean, even when I didn't love myself, I still loved my kids.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm
not
saying?
saying we can't love other people. Yeah.
Right. That's where when I hear that, I often wonder, oh, we have a Hummer over there.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
I
just
love
flew
it
away.
here. We have
I know,
so
it's so
much-
beautiful
yeah.
here.
I'm waiting for the eagle to come flying by.
Awesome. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I struggle with the way that I say things sometimes, but what I'm getting at is that I think that we come here loving ourselves, and then we are taught not to.
Yeah, programmed.
Right?
Yep.
We are programmed. So is it really learning to love yourself because you never did, which isn't true, because we came here loving ourselves?
We are love.
Or is it changing the programming?
Right. And what I see is that, like, my parents, their parents taught them, and then they taught me, and it just goes, it's generational karma.
Right.
Oh, it's my self-love alarm. When
Yeah.
supposed
Oh, your self-love alarm?
Yeah, I have an alarm on my phone at 10:30.
All right, we're going to just switch right there and talk about your self-love. I want to hear about that.
I said it, and I call it self-love because that's when I take my vitamins to care for my body.
Okay.
And I stop and I nourish my body, and I take my vitamins,
eat something.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that I have to remind myself.
I don't think it's unfortunate. Yeah. I think we are our brains are so full right
I get
now.
myself busy, and I forget, I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So I honor myself with that alarm.
I love that.
To remind myself to provide myself with self-love.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So set your alarms, people.
Yep.
Pick
self-love time. And it's never the right time. I'm always doing something.
You're always doing something.
I can't figure out when's a good time, but right now it's 10:30.
Right now it's 10:30.
Right now it's
okay.
10:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a great idea, though. I think it's a great idea to set that alarm. I have a gratitude alarm.
There you go.
So when my gratitude alarm goes off, I just stop and I think of 3 things to be grateful for right then and there.
Perfect.
And that works even when I'm driving, because I don't have to eat. I don't have to take vitamins.
Yeah,
I just
and
think about it.
And that's something that I talk about as well, is taking the time to think of things you're grateful for.
Yes.
Shifts your energy.
It does, in a big way.
And energy, it is like a magnet. So whatever your frequency or your energy level is at, that's what you're going to attract. Like the mornings when you wake up and you drop your toothbrush in the toilet and you stub your toe on the way out of the bathroom and you trip and fall into the dog poop, those days.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to pick that energy back up. But then you think of the 3 things you could be grateful for, and it can shift the entire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grateful I have a toothbrush and a toilet.
And a dog, right? Got to focus on the positive.
Got to focus on the positive.
Yeah, because we can get miserable over silly little things, like silly little, I say muggle things,
Right,
the human shit. Am I allowed to curse? Sorry.
I don't know. Are we allowed to curse? Yes,
Sorry,
we are.
God.
I've seen other shows.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. The gratitude aspect is really important. The self-care aspect is really important.
Yeah.
When we are not accustomed to taking care of ourselves, a lot of stuff slides.
Well, we've been programmed that it's selfish to take care of ourselves.
Right. And that programming is just way off. And,
yeah,
it's programming, I think, as much by society as it is by individuals in our lives.
Yeah. Societal. Yeah. I did want to go back to something we said about parenting and loving our children.
Yeah.
I had a thought about that, and I want to circle back to that a little bit. I see a lot of people who struggle because of their parents, and I call this unintentional trauma.
Right.
And that, I believe, comes from a place. I believe all parents love their children in some way. Maybe some aren't capable because of mental illness, but all of us suffer in some way because of something my mom told me once, that she wished she had a goldfish, and I never forgot it. I should have had guppies, she said.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And that never left me. And I'm 52 years old, and it's crazy how those little things we say as parents. And again, if we don't love ourselves and we're not whole, and are we ever? I don't know. But, as parents, we all have our shit, right? And
because
we project
we're still
that
people.
onto our children, right? And so we love our children, but if we're not in a place of true inner peace and finding that inner core love, divine source love, we screw up our kids.
We do.
Unintentionally, and then they're in
Unintentionally,
therapy
yeah.
for the next 30 years, you know.
Right. If we're lucky, they stay in therapy
yeah,
for 30 years.
exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
we do love our kids, and we love a lot of people and a lot of
Right.
things, but you know, I love
And
my dog desperately, but I yell at her a lot, you
Yeah.
know, because
That's-
she's a puppy.
She is. She's adorable.
She
I'm
is-
going to say that.
She's lucky she's adorable.
She's adorable. But yeah, she's a
Yeah.
puppy, and she's rambunctious, and
Yes.
she's like a year old or something. And so she's like a full-size dog with a puppy brain.
Yep, exactly.
So
yeah, we love
Yeah.
them, and yeah.
And she's a pity, and she's adorable.
She's got a little Eddie Munster widow's peak. It's
Yes,
so
she
cute.
does.
I love her widow's peak.
But if we had her out here, the table would have been flipped over.
yeah.
We'd have 2 broken laptops.
Yeah.
Very good. So yeah. So she's in the house. So anyway,
Yes.
yeah, I have just really come to the point of in my own personal journey where self-love for me means I don't expect myself to be perfect.
Lowered expectations.
You know?
There was a show about that. Once.
Yeah, I don't know if it's lowered expectations or just more realizing that perfect doesn't mean flawless.
Right.
Perfect means authentic.
Yeah.
So when we
I like
are
that.
authentically ourselves,
Yeah.
we already are perfect.
I like that.
So when people say nobody's perfect or nobody's ever going to be perfect, I disagree with that
Yeah.
because in my definition is authenticity.
God
And-
made us perfect.
Yeah.
Source
Yeah.
made us perfect.
Source made us perfect.
So with all the flaws, that's our perfection.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And we have flaws, maybe flawed thinking sometimes,
Quirks, like
or quirks.
I have a lot of quirks.
Quirks. I have a lot of quirks too. I voluntarily camp in a small car. I've got
That's a quirk.
I've got quirks. Yeah. But
I'd have a 10-person tent.
I have one of those. Not willing to set it up every day. So anyway, I think that what we bring with us, or what we bring with us, is flawless. But then we allow that flawlessness to be introduced to physical worlds where the rules aren't the same as
Yeah.
non-physical worlds. And so we're in this physical world and we're experiencing all of these things. And all of a sudden we have emotions and we take things personally.
Yeah.
And we hear things sometimes in ways that people didn't actually mean to say it. And sometimes they did.
Perspective.
Perspective.
I have a whole module on that. Yeah. Perspective is huge.
Yeah. I think my perspective in my life has probably screwed me up more than anything anyone ever
Me
did.
too. Me too. Yeah, that's so true.
You know,
Yeah.
it's, and I say screwed me up, but it's still all perfect. It still is, it's authentic. You know, I'm not out there trying to prove to people that I'm this amazing, flawless person.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
I'm flawed, and I embrace my flaws
Yeah.
and my quirks because they make me who I am.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when people say, well, you have to get rid of your ego. If we didn't have egos, nobody'd have a personality. We'd all be exactly the same. And what would be the point in that?
If you're not being challenged, you're not growing.
Right. Right.
And that's what we're here for. This is Earth School. Like, we chose to come here. And I've heard, I mean, there's souls lined up in the bazillions that want to come here.
Don't you just want to like get up with a megaphone and say, you might want to rethink this?
how lucky we are to be human.
How lucky we are to be human. Yeah.
Doing the thing.
Doing the thing. Yeah. So what else was it that we were talking about something last night that had, what was that? It was in relation, I think, to ancient Egypt, because we were watching a documentary
Okay.
about ancient Egypt.
Okay.
And we were talking about, I don't know if it was genetics. What was it? It was something that came up and I'm like, oh, we should talk about that tomorrow.
We should have wrote that
We
down.
should have written it down.
You know, Serena and I text things to each other. We'll be like, oh, right. I'll be like, write that down. And she'll send me a text. So,
Right? Exactly. Exactly. We
Yeah.
definitely should have written it down, but it was interesting. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe
if it's
maybe
meant
my
to be,
brain
it
will
will-
circle
yeah.
back to it.
Bring it back to us if it's meant to be.
Yeah. We're not doing readings today, but if anyone has any questions, please feel free to pop them into the chat so that we can answer them. Questions about our work, questions about how psychic ability works, questions about self-love question, whatever it is. If you have any, please pop them in the comments. I mean, I don't do live every time, but when I do, I like to interact.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I've got little water spots all over my
I know. It's
computer.
Just misting everywhere.
Yeah, it's misting,
We're
and then the
under a
wind blew
canopy.
this way.
Yeah, it's misting under the canopy.
Shoot, what was I going to say? My brain just keeps shutting off. It's like I took a couple days off and my brain went, okay, we're still on vacation.
Yep. That's okay.
Vacation ends today. So
resting is good.
Yeah, I've
not when
rested
you're
a lot.
live, though.
No, not when you're live.
You
don't want to rest when you're live. No, come on, brain. Click. I forgot what it was.
So what about what do you think about? We've talked about this a little bit.
Okay.
About trusting your intuition and doing what you enjoy. What brings you joy?
Joy. We did. That's the thing I wanted to talk about. Joy.
Crazy.
See how good she is?
When did Lori has a question.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's your job.
Oh, no, that's all right. No, feel free. Won't be long till you have your own show. So
you can be my guest.
There we go. I can be her guest. But joy, and Lori, I'm going to get to your question in a minute, but I want to talk about this joy. 11 years ago. Wow. What's the date today?
Lori pre-ordered my book. Yay.
Yay. Thank you, Lori. That's awesome.
Lori.
Let's see. Yeah, it was actually 11 years ago tomorrow. I had to have an emergency surgery because I had a near-death experience. And when I recovered from all of that, which was a lot, and some of you who are listening have been with me long enough to know that, I decided that if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm not doing it. That was a decision, a conscious decision that I made.
Yeah.
And since then, I have been blessed to do so many other things, to be able to travel, to connect with people. I published 2 more books. I went to England and did a TV show. I mean, it's like all of these things. I know, right? All of these, so good. All of these things have come together because I made a decision to live my life in joy. Now, does that mean that every moment of my life has been joyful? Absolutely not. I get to do what I love to do for a living. This is part of it. But I get to do readings. I get to speak in front of groups. I publish. I get to do a lot of things. And traveling is part of my business because I've incorporated that in and made it that way.
And you enjoy that.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
sleeping in your car.
Sleeping in my car and being a nomad. Checking out state parks all over the country. It's really a lifestyle that works for me.
Yeah.
But I also have a wonderful husband and a home to go home to. So I get to do both.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very grateful for that.
Yeah.
But for me, the joy isn't all the time. 2.5 years ago, joy was a struggle.
Oh, yeah.
That was a struggle when my son passed. That was a struggle. But a lot of joy has come since then. And I'm not going to say from that. I'm not going to say it comes from that. Although I do talk to him more now than I did when he was alive.
I've heard that. Yeah, that's actually, they're closer to us once they pass.
Once they pass over, yeah.
Yep. And they're with you all the time watching.
Yes. Yes.
You can't go hide in the bathroom anymore.
And turning off the lights when I'm standing there in my dining room.
Does that, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's not like every moment has been joyful. Do I enjoy doing taxes? Absolutely not.
I'm thinking of Marilyn Dixon when
I know, right? Because she loves to. I love doing laundry. I do. I love folding laundry.
I love folding laundry. I hate putting it away. That's my challenge.
Instant gratification.
Yeah.
There
you go.
But making that decision literally changed the trajectory of my life. It has been something that I remind myself of frequently when I meet people who are like, I'm bored. I do not know how people get bored.
No,
I don't get
either.
it. I don't get it.
Sometimes I wish I could be bored.
Yeah, I don't have enough time in the day to be bored, only because I fill my life with so many things that I love to do.
Yeah. Me too. I hadn't thought about it that way, but you're right. I do. And I have all these things to do now. You know, and I think of that as well. I remember back when I was younger and I'd sit and watch TV all day.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine doing that now.
Right.
Wasting my time doing that.
Right. And some days, I mean,
not that I don't watch TV, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, and
sitting all day and
I have I've been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and there are some days when I just physically can't move. And on those days, I call them couch days because that's when I set up a nest on the couch and I just watch stupid stuff all day.
and that's healing.
It
Laughing
is
healing.
Yeah, and it's giving my body time to rest.
Yeah.
You know, so understanding. Good morning, Sal. Thanks for joining us. It's really interesting to me that when I can just give myself the grace to stop.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I do sometimes.
And let my body heal. Let my body rejuvenate. Let my spirit rejuvenate.
Just be.
Yeah, and just be.
We don't have to do all the time.
Right.
We sometimes just need to be. And I learned recently as well, as light workers, I'll say that, you know, we don't have to do anything. We're here to shine a light.
Right. Exactly.
And help raise the frequency of the earth. And that's our job. That's our job. And just to be.
So we could just be here and be glowing and beautiful, and we're doing our job.
Yeah, that's all.
That's right. So we just kind of, you know, I love that I can incorporate joy not only into my work but into my traveling and into meeting people in person.
Yes.
And you know, it's like since I've been here, it just feels like we've always known each other.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like we've never not known each other. And so, you know, there's that connection.
Yeah.
But everything, even traffic, sometimes like it can get a lot.
Do you ever thank the slow person in front of you for
saving
your life?
I have. Yeah.
Because I do that sometimes.
And sometimes I'm not so thankful that they're slow and
get out of my way.
But yeah. But you know, even having the traffic, because if there wasn't traffic, we wouldn't have drivable roads.
Very true.
You know, and when we think about these things and how deep that goes, I have a car. Right. I have a reliable car.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of times in my life when whatever vehicle I had was not reliable.
Yeah, there's a perspective. You can either get angry and hate the guy in front of you for driving slow, or you can be grateful that you have a car and roads and that they saved your life because you weren't driving too fast, or
That's
you didn't get pulled over,
or you didn't get pulled over.
Right.
And I actually had an incident in upstate New York when I was on my way to Saranac Lake on this trip, and there was this Jeep behind me that just kept like trying to push me. And I finally found a spot where I could pull over.
Yeah.
It was one of those narrow mountain
and there was
roads.
Nowhere to go.
Right. So I finally found a place to pull over, and they just blew right past me. 5 miles later down the road, the cop turned around and
isn't that satisfying?
And I just felt like I need to see more of that in my life.
I had that happen one time, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, I mean,
let's talk about karma.
And I'm not saying I'm a slow driver. I mean, I push limits, but it was like a 45 zone, and they were trying to push me to like 70 or something. And I just pulled over and let them go. And I know they were going 85 when they passed me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And maybe that cop saved their lives.
And maybe that cop saved their life.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to be the one getting the ticket.
You wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's just so much to be grateful for. And when we focus on what brings us joy in our lives, you know, what brings me joy is peace. Inner peace.
Yeah. I'm working on that.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't have it all the time.
That's my main focus right now.
Is finding
that inner peace.
Are we finding it, or are we cultivating it? I think there might be a difference in language there.
That's a good question. Because it's there.
It's there.
It's already there.
Right.
It's just maybe uncovering it.
Right. Or it's like self-love. You uncover all the stuff that isn't, you know.
Getting all the programming and the ego-based fears out of the way.
Right.
So I think it's uncovering it so that light can shine.
Right. I agree. There's I'm just watching the battery.
Don't forget to answer Lori's question.
Oh, Lori's question. Yeah, my laptop's about to die, so we're going to be ending the show real quickly. But my psychic abilities fully came online after After cancer. In my late teens, I had cancer. And coming out of that is when my abilities really went online. Although I did have them my whole life, that's when I really started paying attention.
Would you call it an awakening?
Oh, yeah, I would call that.
Yeah.
I've had several awakenings. I'm sure you have too. I'm sure
Yeah.
most people have.
I'm afraid I'm going to have a bigger one. Sometimes I'm pretty dense.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes I just need to go, stop it.
Yeah.
To myself in the mirror.
Yes.
Stop it. So thank you for being on here one more quick time before my laptop dies because it's not plugged in. Your website. How can people book with you?
Is mendingheartshealing.com. And do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. My laptop went blank.
Worried about mine. Hers goes.
Yeah. So mendingheartshealing.com is where you can find to pre-order my book. It will be on Amazon and on all the book shopping websites, etc. The book is called Heart Activation Toolkit. Okay. And it's an interactive book and workbook to help you find true unconditional self-love through tools and techniques that I've learned on my own journey. Okay. And wanted to share with others.
Awesome. And if you want to book an appointment with me, my website is my name, ChristinaBloom.com. Scroll down and at the bottom, you can either order my books, find some links to my shows. You can book an appointment. There's a lot of things you can do just on the front page. And if you like guided meditations, I have 6 completely free guided meditations. There's a link for that on my website as well. And I want to say thank you all for jumping on here. And I know that there are some people who weren't in the comments who came on. I want to thank all of you for that and for supporting this show and this channel, for supporting All Access to Network Television. I almost said it backwards. Thank you all for doing all of that. And if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, share, and let's get more people on this channel so we can help more people, because I have a lot more amazing guests coming up in the future.
Thanks for inviting me to
You're
join you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
This is wonderful.
Thank you. Awesome. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. And we'll see you next time on Paramystic Podcast with Christina Bloom.